Hey guys, Cameron with CBM Reviews here, and this is going to be kind of an impromptu video, even though I was scheduled to come out with it. This is going to be my recap of episode 4 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I didn't charge my camera, so I'm doing this on my phone, and I figured I'd just wing it. But I'm going to talk about major plot points, the things that I took from the episode, so stay tuned. As always, thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more things like this. We are going to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. You guys are going to make it happen. So if you could please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. And then click that notification bell so you'll know as soon as something comes out. So I actually watched this episode a little bit later than I normally do. I decided to get some sleep. And that was a good decision. So instead of watching it as soon as it came out, 2 a.m. my time, I decided to get some well-needed rest. And so when I got up, I watched the episode, and this is, of course, a continuation after the events of episode 3, where Sam and Bucky are with Zemo trying to figure out where Carly is because she's the leader of the Flag Smashers. And at the end of the last episode, she blew up a facility and killed some people. And so she's starting to hit some extremist checkpoints. Sam understands her concerns and he wants to try to talk her down. Zemo is against any superpowers because he figures that if there are superpowers, there will always be people that are trying to push supremacy, which he's not 100% wrong. But in the instance of Steve Rogers, he's the exception rather than the rule. So after a few turn of events, they are turning down some leads. They're trying to figure out where Carly is. One of the people that took her in when she was young passed away in the previous episode. And so they figure out where she's going. Sam goes to try to talk her off of the ledge, and he's doing a great job. But then we have the butthole of this entire episode, the new Captain. No, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to call him that. So, oh gosh, this guy, this episode, he's on a whole different. He doesn't listen, and he's on this super power trip. But anyway, they found Carly's location. Sam is talking with her. He's reaching her. And here comes America Man coming in and, messing up any progress that Sam had made. And she gets away because, of course she does. She does have the super soldier serum flowing through her veins. And as she's getting away, Zemo comes out of nowhere, shoots her, but of course she's got her super soldier serum, so it doesn't kill her, but she has the vials of super soldier serum on her, and he smashes every single one before he's knocked out by Mr. America Man. One of these days, I'm going to figure out what I want to call him, besides what his title currently is, because as I will mention later on in the episode, yeah. So Carly gets away. All of the super soldier serum gets destroyed except for one vial. And that vial was found by Walker. So Walker is, America dude. And so there's some regrouping. There's regrouping on Sam and Bucky and Zemo's side, and then there's regrouping on Lamar and John Walker's side. John and Lamar, they're talking and they're saying, if you had the chance to take the super soldier serum, would you take it? And Lamar's like, yes. While Zemo asks Sam, if you had the chance to take it, would you take it? And Sam's like, no. And I respect both answers. Because I can understand where both are coming from. Lamar says, if I had that serum going through me, we could have saved a whole lot more lives than what we did in Afghanistan. But Sam understands that it's not always about power, and a whole lot of times power can go to a person's head, and it can change a person. But anyway, to stop talking about that theological point, the Dora Milaje come a knocking. They're here for Zemo, and they're about to get him. But then all of a sudden, here comes America messing up the party, and he has no clue who he's messing with. He has no idea who the Dora Milaje are. He's like, you don't have jurisdiction. And she says, the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever they appear to be. And I'm like, oh, they're about to mess this dude up. And was I right? Yes. They proceed to beat this man flawlessly with no super soldier serum, because the Dora Milaje are amazing. I am so glad that they showed up as they did. The only thing that I hate is that they were kind of out for blood, which, I mean, the thing is, that's not unlike them. And Sam and Bucky are trying to keep the body count low, and so they kind of fight, but it's not like blood sport fight, because they understand they're just trying not to have people die. But in the pursuing kerfuffle, Zemo gets away. He goes down a storm drain from the bathroom, and we haven't seen him for the rest. We don't see him for the rest of the episode. So after the fight, John Walker's like, nope, I need this edge, because I couldn't beat these refugees, which they're not technically refugees, but in a way they are, who have the super soldier serum in their bodies, and I couldn't beat these women who don't even have the super soldier serum. And he reaches a point where he's like, I need this edge. And not on screen, but he takes the super soldier serum. Carly reaches out to Sam's sister and says, have Sam meet me here alone, because I don't want to kill him, and I feel like we connected, but I need him to know that I'm serious. So after his sister reaches out to Sam, they go meet somewhere, and they're talking, but then John Walker, who loves to just ruin a party, comes and he's trying to take down these terrorist refugees, flag smashers. I mean, they're called so many different things in this episode, but when it comes down to it, the title is Flag Smashers. And he's kind of going ham. Like, he's throwing the shield, it's getting stuck in walls, and I'm like, hold up a second. He's a little stronger than I remember. And he kicked the dude through a door, and I'm like, a regular person can't do that. Oh no! This unstable man has taken the serum. And I couldn't help but think about Dr. Erskine's, what he said before Steve originally took the serum. He said, all it does is accentuate what that person is. Good becomes great, bad becomes worse. And John Walker, he was already unstable. So what's the extreme of unstable? Because that's what John Walker is now. Carly gets away again, but not without a couple of bodies lost. Lamar gets killed by Carly, and John loses it, and he goes after the nearest body with the super soldier serum and not an American passport, and finds the guy and kills him in the middle of the square. Now, there are a bunch of people in the square, and they all got cell phones, and they're like, oh my gosh. And the very last shot, you see John Walker in the Captain America suit, and the shield, he's got it, and it's got this blood stain on the back, because he kills this dude. Like, he impales him with the shield. And it's just the scene. All I could think of, and this has nothing to do with the MCU, but all I could think of watching this man in the Captain America suit with blood smeared on that shield was freaking Childish Gambino's This Is America. Because I was like, yeah, it was crazy. This episode, I love this episode. This episode had a lot that I wanted to see. This episode had a good theological point, because Sam, who in The Winter Soldier, he would talk to combat vets. He would say, I know what you're going through. I've been there. The things that you're thinking of doing, that's not the way. And I love that they went back to that well. And Sam is a person who can reach people and can talk to people if given enough time and not interrupted by men putting on costumes they don't deserve to wear. And then there are fights with the Dora Milaje. The Dora Milaje tearing apart this faker, this phony, this base, deceitful. I loved it. And then frickin' Walker taking the serum and showing what happens when bad people take the serum. I mean, he's no Red Skull. He's not a Nazi. But still, it is everything that I wanted in an episode. This one, it's almost like an ebb and flow with this series. Like, I kind of like an episode, then I love an episode. Then I kind of like an episode, and this one, I love this episode. And I want to know what you guys think about it. Did you enjoy the episode? And of course, I left out a lot. I didn't talk about Sharon Carter, who's in this episode a couple of times. I didn't talk about some other things that Zemo did. But that's okay. I wanted to hit the main points, the things in the story, and the connections to the rest of the MCU, at least the quick ones. I'm not the deep dive person. I'm the person who's like, I'll give you the meat and potatoes. But let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and share this with your friends. As always, this is Cameron with CBM Reviews. We'll see you next time.